Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me close my window because apparently the lawnmower guys changed their day. So give me
Oh, okay, no
Yeah.
worries.
Been there.
Yeah, me too. Mm.
This is exactly what we talk about.
That's it.
Yep.
Gretchen, can we mute everyone just to,
Yes.
so there's no like feedback in the, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I see a chat. Are we there? Okay, so don't forget. Oh, hi, Erin. Good morning. So in the group chat, as y'all know, it should automatically default to everybody, and then we can all chat if there's anything that you want to ask me or share with me. I see my regulars already. Good morning, Diana, Milena. I see you having some breakfast. Hi, Christy. Erin, of course, Gretch, and then iPad 6, iPad 2, mystery, cool names. We got Nan and we got Margot. Okay, so a couple newbies, good morning. I can't see you, but I saw your names. So how we like to do this for those that are new, today is Meditation 101. They kind of have become like a, what is the word? Whatever. They've come together, merged. So we do a little Meditation 101. So just the basics of meditation. If you've tried and it just doesn't work for you for some reason, or you feel distracted, or you're worried about breath, am I doing it right? Like any of those questions, please dump them into the chat, please, 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 because you are never the only one that has that concern. So it helps everybody else. Or maybe you've never tried because you think it's supposed to be this big mystical thing that's very intimidating, whatever it is. I am here for you. Let's talk about it. Put it in the chat, please, 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 please. And then like last Thursday was really powerful. And we talked about anxiety and just kind of these crazy times that we're living in and how do we move forward in that. So both these days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, are really whatever you want them to be. I prefer like hearing from one of you so I can guarantee that I'm going to be of service, like maximum service for you all. So I love questions or comments or just kind of thoughts that you have, and then we can kind of riff. Otherwise, I will spend a few minutes today just kind of talking about the basics a little bit. And how I work is I specialize in tailored meditation. So when I work with clients one-on-one or groups or teach classes, you know, it's really just what is that person going through? What are they focusing on? You know, what are they working on? And then we kind of meditate around those topics. Or it's like, you know, I even, and maybe I should find a way to get this to the group if I can get permission from my client. But I had a person that had a huge Sweeney Todd audition to play Mrs. Lovett. And we had this beautiful conversation around just how much like mental tripping was going on before the audition. And so I created like this audition prep meditation for her. And then I did it for another client because there was something in the air. So maybe I'll see if I can do one for 3D that we can like do as a giveaway. Okay, Gretchen says cool. Because by the way, however it looks, it's going to be different, and we are going to get back into something. Yeah, like people need the arts. Obviously, that's what's happening right now. So I just, again, want to commend 3D for doing this and keeping everybody happy and alert and on their toes and keeping their creative flow going. So I see no chats. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, Gretchen, thank you. I'll take it. Any stress techniques that we can do in the moment? Say we can't meditate. Oh, okay. So let's talk about breath. For those of you who can't find the chat, it's at the bottom, but I'll read it to you. She says, are there any stress techniques that we can do in the moment? Say we can't meditate at that moment, so what do we suggest? Okay, so meditation at its base level is about coming back to the breath. Okay, so this is the Meditation 101 portion. So when you sit, whether it's for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours, Gretchen, I think, has on her calendar to do like just a day-long meditation and see how it goes. We have the time now. You know, however long you're sitting, if nothing else, you can always come back to your breath. So literally plop yourself down, lay down, unless you think you're going to fall asleep. And if you do, great, you needed a nap, it's fine. So wherever you are, it's sitting upright and just coming back to your breath. So let's just do it. We're here to meditate. So everybody, get comfy. I know you're all seated or plopped down or wherever you are. Let's see if I can see anybody. Hi, girls. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got Phoenix, cool name, and Riley. Awesome. Hello, welcome. So we are going to just breathe. We're just going to breathe together. Because another, again, tangents, because it's me. I was talking with somebody and she said, because these are such heightened times, our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems are, everything's stimulated right now, right? Like everything is on alert. Literally none of us planned what's happening right now. Most of us are some level of controlling or think we have some kind of control in our lives, and we do to an extent, but like, let's be real. So this was not on the docket for anybody. So everyone's just kind of walking around going, wait a minute, this isn't what I wanted, this isn't what I planned, this isn't what I meant, I can't do any of my things that bring me comfort, or whatever stories are in your mind. So we're kind of already on alert, just on a really basic level. And then if you do have financial stress, if you do have physical issues, if you do have people in your life that you're concerned with, it's layered on top of it. And my beautiful coach, she said to me yesterday that she started plugging breath breaks into her day. So like we have our cool phones, right? They're obnoxious and they're really helpful. It depends on how you use it. So like, let's use this technology, put it in your calendar, like every 4 hours, just have a little message that pops up and says, breathe. Okay. And why not? And let's just see what happens, because it's about calming everything down. And meditation with this breath, and I promise we are gonna meditate, you know, with our breath, it's a very good way to center and to ground and to just come into stillness. Because when you're young or you're a passionate person, like most of us are, creative people, we do kind of get a lot out of the stimulus in normal circumstances. We get a lot out of the kind of chaos, you know, theater's chaotic and kind of fun. And it's like, how does it even come together? I don't know, but like, we totally enjoy it, right? So there's a level of us that thrives in that kind of heightened state of being. But that's not sustainable, is the truth, because even people like us take days where we're like, I'm not talking to anybody, you know, like I need a minute, or I need a vacation, or whatever. We at night, we have like a little quiet, you know, so nothing is all the time, right? So in these moments, even if people like us might be more comfortable finding a way to exist or thrive in an environment like this, or at least be okay with it, the truth is we're still going through something, because we're still in a state of shock or disbelief or whatever, and uncertainty. So all we can do is be present in this moment, right? That's all that was ever guaranteed in the first place, is right now, and right now, and right now, and that's it. And it's moment by moment, breath by breath. So I think it's very important during the pandemic, afterwards, when it's like this new version of life that we're going to be in, to always come back to our breath, to take these moments to pause. And this is mindfulness. So yes, I work one-on-one with clients, I work with groups, I teach classes, and it's meditation based. We're going to always meditate, but I think mindfulness, which is the act of carrying that goodness, that plugged in energy, that calm energy, that patient energy, that loving energy, that clarity that we get in meditation, sitting deep within ourselves, carrying that light out into our waking hours and minutes and days and interactions with each other. It's very easy to get caught back up, but with mindfulness, we can go, okay, hang on. I'm going to pause before I react. I'm going to pause before I respond. I'm going to pause before I get in my car. I'm going to pause before I send that email. Okay. So speaking of, here we go for realsies. Everybody sit up nice and tall as you can, or lay down, or just get in a comfortable position. Okay. Close your eyes. I'm not going to do any music right now. We're just going to breathe. So if you want to hike your shoulders up to your ears, roll them down and back. Your spine is strong. Your tummy is engaged, but we're also going to, it's really just to kind of protect your back. So we're also going to breathe into our belly. So let that extend out when you inhale in through the nose. So your belly comes out like Santa, your chest rises. And then when you exhale, contract your belly, your chest falls. So again, please close your eyes and really just surrender to this moment. Listen to my voice. If you have trash trucks out your window, awesome. If you have kids laughing in the other room, awesome. If your phone is bleeping for some reason, cool. Let it all be okay. It's just noise. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing means anything. Things only mean what we decide that they mean. So your intention right now is to come back to your breath and be still. So on the inhale, think inhale. When you exhale, sigh everything out. Your belly contracts, your chest falls. Enjoy that wave of breath of the inhale and the exhale. And if it feels forced or like you have to be a little disciplined right now, let that be okay. If you are just riding this wave and already like tripping out, awesome, right? Let it be whatever it is. Inhale and exhale. And as we say, in your mind's eye, imagine this big open field or a beach or a desert, just whatever, or a theater, you know, an open space, anything that makes you feel really good, really safe, really light, filled with joy even. If not joy, how about peace? How about calm? So whatever that space is, if the thoughts come floating in your head, if something in your body feels tweaky or tight, just breathe and let it pass. Let the noises and the sensations just be. Let the thoughts float by like clouds or balloons. Just let them go. No need to grab on, no need to say any stories about them. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes. I promise I will keep an eye to make sure we stay online together. I'm not going anywhere. Just breathe. Letting all of it be okay. Coming back to your breath. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I am loved. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I am loved. And breathe. And maybe even just listen to your own breath. Let that be your focus. Let that be where you concentrate. And again, everyone's muted. So if you want to do some audible exhales, ha, ha, whatever you need to do. Just keep coming back to your breath. So all together, let's take a few more breaths. Breathe in through the nose, fill up with air, your entire body just filling up, 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 up with goodness, love, energy, light. And then exhale, releasing everything else, everything that doesn't serve you, any stress, any tension, just sigh it out. And again, inhale, feeling everything up with air from your toes to the top of your hair, so much beautiful breath. And then exhale, sigh it out, everything out, relax, release, relax, release. One more all together, filling up, 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 up with air. And then exhaling, letting it all go. And then gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. Hi, Marlene. I see Nan, Diego's joined. Hello, hello, hello. So I'd love to know for any newbies, or if you just, it's been a minute, if you want to say anything for how that felt for you, awesome. Otherwise, I will just keep talking. So I hope that breath was helpful. And I would say when in doubt, that is what we can come back to is, you know, if we're in the wings waiting to go on or waiting to audition, close your eyes, come back to your breath. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I have loved. You know, mantras, affirmations, stuff like that, like we talked about, like I am safe, or, you know, like we talked about with Diana last week, you know, I have done everything I can to prepare for this moment, and I will trust that that's enough, you know, that's enough. I've been reading this it's a book called Atomic Habits, you know, for good habit building. And so many cool messages are like, just make it easy, because like we were talking about last week, I think, where kind of fear, our worst case scenario is like our default place where our brain goes, like out of self-preservation. And another part of human nature is like taking the path of least resistance. Like that's a really real thing. We are going to make the easy choice. So it's easier to watch TV instead of meditate, don't you think? Like you hit a button and it's happening for you. Whereas meditation, same physical, like literally the same physical act. You're just sitting down, okay? But the TV's in here, that's all. You just got to choose to go in and see what's playing, see what's on the news in here, man, because there's something there. It's going to be entertaining, or there's going to be some information going on. Something's in there. Something's waiting to be seen or let out or whatever. Thank you for saying that. You know, and I know your eyelids are on TV. That's right, Phoenix. Cool. Opening the mind's eye is fun. Thank you for putting stuff in the comments. Yeah, that's cool stuff. iPad 2 says it feels great. I agree with you. Thank you, iPad 2. I love it. I love it. I don't ever want to know your name. No, I do. I really do, but it's fine. Did you guys see in the Stephen Sondheim thing, by the way? Hi, Phoenix. Did you see in the Stephen Sondheim thing that it said like Meryl Streep's iPad? I know we're all, oh, well, when you go watch it, it's like, it blows my mind. It's just so funny. The whole thing was so endearing. Because we're all just doing Zooms, guys. Everybody in the world, no matter who you are, stars, they're just like us. Everyone's like in this world together. Anyway, sorry about that. I would also say for anyone that is feeling resistance, like I know it's good for me, but I just can't seem to like make it a habit, or even if you do it, it's super sporadic, right? And we do have this gift of time. We have this gift of opportunity to make it a habit, to build that habit, to make it a priority. So what I had another group of clients do, and maybe this will be helpful for Christy or anybody else that wants to kind of at least make it a more consistent thing, even if it's not like a big, massive, mind-blowing meditation, like who cares, honestly, you know? For those that came in a little late, we've been talking about breath today and how, excuse me, my coach, she's now putting like these little reminders in her phone that just says breathe. So it like pops up every 4 hours, because we're living in just kind of bananas times. And it's really important to keep calming our nervous system down, to keep settling into stillness and just going, okay, it's okay, because all I have is today. Excuse me. What can I do with this moment? What can I do with what's in front of me? Anything that's out of your control is out of your control anyway, and panicking about it does not help. It just doesn't. If there's stuff you can do, then do it. If you can't do anything, then come back, breathe, be still, be like, I can't do anything anyway, so I'm just going to meditate. I'm just going to breathe. I'm just going to sleep. I'm just going to cook for myself. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to listen to music that makes me feel good. You know, we have to keep choosing things that feel good. We have to keep choosing things that feel empowering. We have to keep choosing things that calm us, because this is our time. This is our time to reset, whether we wanted to or not. And again, none of us planned this, but we're here, you know, and there's plenty to take advantage of. There's plenty of opportunity for creativity and connection, even if it looks different, right? I mean, all of us right now on this call, I can guarantee what I'm about to say to you with 1,000% certainty. There's no scenario other than the moment we're in that it would have allowed and created an environment where every single person on this call, 4, 8, 12, 14 people, these 14 humans, I don't even know where any of you live. I have no idea. I'm assuming Orange County, LA, but I don't know. So us 14 people coming together on Tuesday, the 28th of April to meditate would have literally never happened on a Zoom if it weren't for what's going on in the world right now. And isn't that cool? Isn't that just totally freaking magical, right? So it's here, it's available to us. And what I would say is, if you feel resistance, if you are, okay, so to make it easy, going back to the habit thing, Christy and everybody else, what I would say, what I told my clients last week is, when you first wake up in the morning, what do? Right? Oh, hi phone. Oh, hi world. Oh, hi distraction. Oh, hi noise. Oh, hi stress, right? Forget it, leave it, don't touch it. If you have your alarm on your phone, fine. There are also these clocks things that used to exist, and they have alarms on them, so we can do that. But if you got to use your phone, great. Hit dismiss or snooze or whatever. Spin around and sit up in your bed so you don't fall back asleep, and just be seated with your feet on the floor. Close your eyes, palms up in your lap, and just breathe for 5 minutes. 1 minute. First thing when you wake up, before you pee, brush your teeth, anything, if you can handle it, spin around, sit up, and just breathe. And maybe start the morning with your gratitude. Start the morning with just saying thank you over and over again, or saying that mantra of, I am safe, I am loved. It's a good day for a good day. That's been my thing for a year. I say it all the time. It's a good day for a good day, because why not? And I can also tell you, even if you're in times of struggle and hardship, there is beauty everywhere. There's beauty everywhere, but we got to train ourselves to look for it. We got to practice. We got to practice lifting our head up. We got to practice looking out. We got to practice fully engaging with whoever we're interacting with, even if it's on the computer. So spin around, start your day, breathe. Or maybe before you go to sleep, some silent thank yous. Thank you for another great day. Oh my God, what a great day. Or wow, that was a total crap show, but I'm done and now I get to go to sleep. What a nice thing. You know, like I didn't do anything I wanted to do. Who cares? Good night. Hopefully I get another shot tomorrow. Great. Super grateful. See ya. I did the best I could. Who cares? Good night. You know, just taking that moment and breathing. This reminds me of workshops at music festivals, and I love it. Yes. What a compliment. Thank you. Not letting our day today get too busy to take a moment to focus in and be intentional. Intention. Yes. iPad 2. Whoever you are, awesome rock star over there. Absolutely, intention, right? That's mindfulness. How do I want to show up? And you can intend to meditate, and I still think that counts, by the way. You can sit down in your little meditation cushion on your chair, just plop down on the floor, whatever you have, yoga mat, who cares? And you can sit down and you can set the timer for 20 minutes. You're like, here I go, today's the day, 20 minutes. And you make it 3 and you're like, I just can't. And you get up. You still meditated for 3 minutes. And it will build on itself. Like we talked about last week, filling that well, it will build. It will build. It makes a difference. Every minute we take, that you sit here and you comment in the chats, that you listen to my voice, that you, any bit of guidance or wisdom or love or truth that you hear that resonates with you, take that, think about that, journal about that, meditate on it. So all over the place today. I love it. Thanks, Gretchen. Thanks, everybody, for your beautiful comments. Does anyone else have anything? We got Diane now, and Nan showed up. Yeah, I would just say a few minutes a day, just breathe, inhale, exhale, or those mantras, like I said. I think that's the message of the day, and just really trying to find the joy and the beauty wherever we can, because it's available. We're living in it right this second. And, oh, that's what I wanted to say. If there is resistance for any of you, because you're nervous about, this is probably another conversation, but I'm gonna just plant the seed, okay? Some people just don't like being alone with their thoughts, right? I think that's why a lot of people either try and they're like, heck no, it's too loud up here, or whatever. Or there are things that they have not looked at that in this time that we're in our life, by the way, it's forced stillness, right? It's forced quiet. And a lot of people are having a really hard time with that. We stayed busy on purpose. And that's gone now. That's right. Subconscious it can be scary. I would say, yes. Anything can be scary because it's unknown. That's what scares us. It's not even like, because I really think, oh man, these are bigger conversations, which we will have, but I'm gonna just kind of throw some stuff out. It is my experience and my belief that we kind of know everything already, and it's just a remembering. And that's what happens in stillness. That's what happens in meditation. That's what happens in mindfulness. That's what happens when we just sit and are with our thoughts. And what I mean by that is things in our past that maybe we don't want to look at. We feel shame, we feel embarrassment, we feel anger, like just emotions. Again, you know, we're only given the tools we're given growing up, right? And in school, like really, you know, so our friends, our family, the tools that we cultivate on our own, that we learn through classes, books, whatever, you know, going to these festivals, like whatever, wherever we keep learning. And it's our job as humans to learn forever. Marlene, do you agree with me? Can you nod? Like life is a constant class, yeah? Like we are always learning stuff. We are meant to do this. So we're always learning. We're always supposed to be looking at things, but we also only know what we know. So what I would say is if there are things when you are quiet that are hard for you to look at, I would immediately get help, whatever that looks like to you. So finding someone like me, a mindfulness coach, a meditation teacher, finding a therapist, finding a specialist in trauma if you have some big stuff going on, right? Like this is the time to take care of yourself. Like Christy was saying, this is it. This is the moment. Anything you've been like, I'll do it later. There's no later, guys. There never was. It's now. So this is it. This is the calling. This is the opportunity. And I am telling you, if I can do physical therapy to heal my broken ass foot through a computer, you can go find a therapist, okay? And you can do it. And you can Zoom and you can have a phone call and they're out there. And I'm telling you, being a person of service, as we all are, by the way, because I think arts are service for sure, that will take you out of your crap faster than anything. Being of service is a beautiful gift, guys. It is a beautiful action that is like, oh, it's not all about me? No, it's not. Not really. Not really. We're all in this together and we get to feel that. So that is an action you can take. And I know it feels hard because we can't like physically go be of service. So it's like, again, everything's very confusing. But again, come to stillness. Ask that question in your mind and your heart to the universe, God, whatever you connect with, and be like, how can I be of service? How can I use my tools right now, my gifts right now? How can I share my love and my light and my joy right now? And if you don't have anything to share, then it's time to receive. Then it's time to just zip it, be quiet, and be open and just receive love, receive healing energy, receive guidance. It's all good. But these specialists out here, those of us like me in my industry, you know, we can't wait to be of service. That's why I'm on this call with you right now. This is like everything to me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful to show up and that you guys are on this call with me right now. We even get the chance to talk about this stuff. It's a really beautiful thing. So if you need stuff, go get it. And don't be afraid in here, because the other thing that's happening is if there's big stuff that's hard to look at, fine, you know, go find a book, you know, find a therapist. If money's an issue, I know there are people do sliding scale things. I know there are free offerings. I know there are apps giving stuff away. Like, just go find it for yourself. Take care of yourself for real. It's hard to be of service when there's resistance. Well, yeah. So here's what I have to say about that. When I said we know everything, I'm just going to finish that thought and then address that. Diana, thank you. So when I said we know everything, I mean, yes, we're going to be remembering things. It's all of remembering. It's remembering stuff we didn't maybe deal with back then. That's coming up. It's having these thoughts of like just the anxiety and fear of the future, which again was never in our control. So it's practicing letting that illusion drop off because that was never real. But it's also a remembering, and I really mean this, that we are all one, we are all love, we are all in this together. We come from the same stuff. We are made of stardust. We're like 98% the same human, all of us, or something. There's some kind of wackadoo number like that that's really high of like everything that we have in common. We have more in common than we don't. And that means our physical ailments. That means our mental limitations, right? Which aren't true either, I don't think. That means our struggles. That means our joys. That means the things that light us up. There's more together. And when we come into this stillness and this silence, that is there for us to remember as well. That is there for us to anchor onto as well. Okay. Completely agree. Thank you. I think more people should be here because this meeting's vibe is amazing. Thank you. We'll see what happens next, but you know what? Everyone that's meant to be here is here. So again, the moment is perfect. We can say that, by the way, even in total chaos, this moment is perfect. And you know why? Because it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Because we are all, so many tangents today, you guys. Wow, this is some good stuff though. This vibe is really, really good. And I can't even hear any of you. But like, you know, we all think we're the star of our own movie, right? Because we are. I'm the lead, Diana's the lead, Aaron's the lead, Christy's the lead, Phoenix is the lead, iPad 2, iPad 6. You guys, we're all the lead of our own movie. But what's really true is that we're also extras in Gretchen's movie. We're just walking around in the background, sitting at the coffee shop. We don't have one line in her movie. Okay? So if you think about that, it's like, how can both be true? Because they are. So both things are happening at the same time. We think everything is huge and everything is important and everything is about us when we're just like the extra at a coffee shop with no lines. Because Gretchen is really doing like the real big thing over here, and she's going through her stuff, and we're somehow just, our beautiful little presence needs to be there to make Gretchen's moment happen, to have Gretchen's revelation happen, to have her big plot point or plot twist or aha moment or whatever. Like, it's I don't know what my point of that was, but I felt like I needed to say it, where it's like that's why this moment is perfect. Because even though it feels like whatever it feels like to me, I could just also be having coffee in Gretchen's movie, and it's really about Gretchen's moment, and we're just of service to her story right now. So wow. Whoa. Paradoxical. Yeah, life is both. Life is all of the above. It's D, all of the above, all the time. Chaos, beauty, love, sadness, it's all happening constantly. To Diana's point, if it's hard to be of service when there's resistance. So we talked about resistance that we have to meditation or anything. It's because we're afraid. That's why we resist anything, is fear. And fear, on a certain level, is healthy, right? It's to protect us. Cool. Beyond that, it's just the unknown, which is uncomfortable, and people like to be comfortable. So our job as humans right now is to practice being uncomfortable. We are all forced into this. So let's just ride this wave. Let's just like be uncomfortable all the time, because that's where we grow, and that's where the coolness comes, and we get to keep expanding. But what I would also say, Diana, is other people's resistance is not your job or your business. Right? It's like the future. Can you do anything about it anyway? No. You can't force anybody. I mean, you're a parent, so I'm not a parent, so I'm sure you could force a couple things. You can make your kids eat vegetables, I'm sure, you know, but not really. Not like in a healthy way. You can't physically force them, right? That's not cool. They still have to be the one to pick up the fork and put the broccoli in their mouth. If a patient is going to resist your care or your plan for care for their health, that is their choice. This is their life. And that's, I know. As a doctor, it's hard. I know. I can't imagine. As a control freak and a reforming codependent human, it's hard too. That's what I'm saying. You think like everything's in your control. You think you have to save everybody and fix everything, and like it's baloney. But I would say, you know, and I can't help but reference, you know, the journey we went on with my father when he was sick and passed, because it was just years long, and it was really, for the most part so beautiful, but there were moments that were just hell. And I would see these doctors say things to my father, and I would watch him not hear them. I would just like literally watch him choose not to hear what was coming out of the doctor's mouth. And then he would make his choices, you know? And I just think we have to trust that that person, for my own sanity, what I started saying was, their journey is not my job. Right? We're only here to take care of ourselves. Even as an actual person of service like you are, where you physically, literally heal people, there's still only so much you can do with science, with medicine, with faith, with the other person's willingness, with the tools available to you, right? Like there's still so much out of our control, and we just have to trust that that person is choosing. Even if we look at loved ones, which I'm sure we all have at least one, right? We look at someone and they're like, what choices are you making? Oh my God, you know? We're just like judging or panicked or like, whoa, oh my God, you just are never gonna listen to me about this? Fine, you know? And sometimes we stomp away, and sometimes we get real quiet, meditate and pray about it. And sometimes we have fights, and sometimes we sit and cry on our own about it, because it's really hard. It's really hard to see other people suffering in any way, especially when we know they're doing it to themselves. But we have to trust that there's a reason that that's happening. And I don't like everything happens for a reason. It feels very gross and cliche, and I don't even know if I believe it. But what I know from what I've seen is that watching someone be their own, we're all our own problems and we're all our own solutions, right? So watching someone live in that hell, make their own mistakes, just be a mess about something, or make these choices we disagree with, and then giving them the dignity and the space to do that, respecting them as another human being, saying you're an adult or whatever, or you have your adults looking out for you, whatever, like you're not my person, you're not me, so I'm just going to give you the space. I'm going to do what I can. Of course, if it's not like if someone's about to get hit by a car, we're not going to try to do something about it or scream, or, you know, we're in this together again. But like when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, one of the most beautiful quotes I heard was, people deserve the dignity of making their own mistakes. Because mistakes aren't bad. Sometimes they can harm us. Sometimes they can like lead to some really bad crap, but it's not really bad if we really trust that everything is for us. Everything is for our learning, for our spiritual growth, for our mental expansion. Then we get to watch that person stumble, fall, get up again, and then learn to fly all on their own. And isn't that extraordinary? Or if they don't heed your advice, because you're a beautiful little doctor, Diana, and you're like out there just doing good in the world, being a little angel, and people still don't listen to you, and then they get sick or worse, that was their journey too. There's not, I know with all my heart, you are doing everything that you can in these moments. So if the resistance comes, know that it's not about you. Don't take it personally, and say, okay, again, I did what I could, and I know that's more than enough. And then we got to keep letting go, guys. This is the time. We're our best ally and our worst enemy. Raise his hand. Hi, Jeremy. This is the time to shed all this junk, this illusion of control, this idea that we had any control at all about anything in the future. Nonsense. So let it go. Come back to your breath. Do what you can in the moment. Be grateful. Find the beauty. Find the love. Find the joy. And breathe. And come back. Keep coming back to you, and do what you got to do to take care of yourself. This is the time. This is the time to fill up and raise up. That's the vision I want to leave you guys with today. Fill up with air, fill up with love, fill up with light, fill up with gratitude, and then you just like elevate, man, like the Goodyear blimp, and you just float around the BS, okay? Just float around the nonsense, because it's all temporary, even the hard stuff. It's not forever, promise, 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 promise. So let's fill up and rise up, and your breath can get you there. Your breath can do that. So, man, was that fun for me. I hope everybody enjoyed. It was such an honor. This was like a really, really beautiful, beautiful day. Gretchen, feel free to unmute or do your thing or say anything you want to wrap us up.
Thank you. This is so awesome, Miracle. Like every time I do one of these meditation classes, I just feel like it just kind of starts to like just be a little less intimidating and scary.
Oh, good.
So thank you. I love it so much. And I hope all of you continue to come back and we can do this together. This is like such a great community, and I love starting my day off like this with you guys. So I'm glad you're all here.